Hi YouTube, it's Dawn, and this is part 6 out of 10 out of things I've learned about me after my gastric bypass. My weight loss surgery was 6.5 years ago for people that are just finding me now. So I'm just sharing about something that I've learned along my way, or something that just is really relevant to me being a long timer. And today's talk actually is about how your bariatric surgeon and your bariatric dietitian, they are not God in any way. They are not perfect, and they may not actually make the best decisions for you. Now, this may surprise people, and there may be some haters out there that are really shocked that I'm saying that your surgeon is not God. And I love my surgeon. He was awesome. He did a great job, and he was very experienced. I trusted him with my life, right? That's what it comes down to, is you trust him with your life. But quite honestly, a lot of surgeons and a lot of bariatric teams are not in the know about aftercare for gastric bypass. And it's actually surprising because you'll find a whole bunch of different philosophies out there, and as well a whole lot of research. And unless you're willing to take the time and go through the research, you need to know that your surgeon may not be telling you the best things to do. Now, one thing people can do is they can look at the association, ASMBS. It's the metabolic surgery and bariatric surgery, I think it's called. I can't remember off the top of my head their website, but they do have some guidelines for gastric bypass, specifically for Roux-en-Y gastric bypass, about vitamins and supplementation. Now, here's the thing. Those guidelines, of course, are obviously looking at the common deficiencies that we get after gastric bypass. So if you're not going to make a point of getting blood work done often, then you need to supplement according to their rules, because they are looking at the ones that are most common and the ones that you have the best odds of having as a deficiency. So you can take that approach, that you follow their guidelines, or you can do like me and just get your blood work done very frequently. I'm in Canada, and we can pretty much get our blood work done when we want to, when we go to our doctor. So I get it done sometimes I get it done every 3 months, but I at least get it done every 6 months. And I'll tell you, my surgical center that was outside of Ontario said to get it done every year. I will never go every year, ever again, because things can go too wrong too fast. And for me, it was my iron, my ferritin levels plummeting to a 5. So I will never go that long again to wait to get my blood work done. And whether or not you see your gastric bypass surgeon once a year doesn't matter, because you can get the list of things from your bariatric surgeon and get your family physician to run the blood work just as easily. Another thing that I've noticed about bariatric surgeons, and depending how up to date they are on supplementing, there are surgeons that say take Flintstones vitamins. And I really hate that, because I don't understand why they ask you to do that. Now, initially, they'll tell you to do that because they're easy to tolerate early out. That I get. But you should be moving on to an adult vitamin. And you know what? It doesn't even need to be bariatric specific. You can if you want to do the commonalities. But if you don't, then do a adult multivitamin, because you are an adult, and do 2 or 3 a day. That's what I do pretty much. And I'm pretty good, and I supplement in addition to the blood work. Like I said, I get my blood work done frequently, and that's so important. As well, some bariatric surgeons, again, the Flintstone things, I'm moving on past Flintstones. I think you should do, because you're not 5 years old, but it's your choice, of course. The other thing that a lot of surgeons are not up to date on is the need for calcium in the right form, which is calcium citrate, or citrate actually, I think is how you say it. That is the form that we need as RNY patients, because that is the form that is absorbed. Carbonate is not. And my surgical facility told me to take Tums for the rest of my life. No, I'm not doing that. I'm going with the right one, which is citrate. Now, here's the thing. Blood work does not often show you calcium issues. So you need to make a point of, after a year or two of having surgery, is trying, if you can afford it, because I know in the States you may not have coverage, but you need to get a bone mass density test. Blood work rarely shows calcium deficiencies till they're really late. So your body will naturally compensate and steal the calcium from your bones. And your blood work will come back just fine because your body will get that calcium. It will just be stealing it from your bones in the meantime, sort of, hidden under everything, and you don't even know that because it doesn't show in your blood work. So big thing there. I hate it when I see surgeons and surgical teams saying take carbonate. Oh, it drives me crazy. It's proven. It is absolutely proven that that is a form that we need. You can do the research out there. The other thing that drives me crazy too is the wrong form of protein. If you're taking the proteins that are the ones that look like test tubes, what we call shots, they're the wrong form. Most of them have collagen. Look at and talk to your person on your team, please, your dietitian, your surgeon. And then if you don't find the answers you need, and you're hearing otherwise in the weight loss surgery community, please do your own research and look at the studies. It doesn't take long to look and to find the studies that you need that will tell you what forms are better for us. If you look onto the protein availability scores, the bioavailability of protein, and the quality of different proteins, you'll find that information. And it will say to have whey protein isolate, #1 for us. And if not, whey concentrate or even a soy protein isolate. Find the data. Look and do your research, people. Don't depend on other people. This is your life, and this is something you're going to be dealing with for the rest of your life. So get beyond the basics. If you really want to make the improvements in your life, do the research, and don't accept everything that your surgical team says as gospel, because it's not, and they may be wrong. And there's all kinds of surgical teams that are giving out that wrong, outdated information. Please do your research. That's all I want. I want you to be healthy. I want you to learn. And I learned the hard way, because guess what? My team told me to take Tums for the rest of my life. Guess what? I have osteopenia now. I have the beginning of osteoporosis, and that is directly from the surgery, and then in addition to another area that I was taking something else as well. But I have that, and I don't want people to have bone loss issues. Please do your homework. There's so much information out there. ObesityHelp.com is a great source of information. There's a lot of drama on occasion, but there's great information out there. Please do your research on this surgery. You've got to live with it for the rest of your life. Don't go by just the basics that you're given. Do far more research. And you know what? Talk to those people out there that have been out there a long time and are dealing with situations and bone loss and misinformation. And I know a lady that had surgery 12 years ago, and she wasn't even told to take anything. Thankfully, she's had a really good go that she hasn't had too many problems with deficiencies. But she wasn't told to take a darn thing, and she wasn't told that that NSAIDs were off the shelf either. You have to take this serious, and you have to read, and you have to learn. That's just the way it is. And if you're not ready for it, then maybe you're not ready for the surgery. Please do your research. And please, please, please make this a lifetime commitment, because it's going to be. Thanks. Have a great night.